Imagine you're standing in a busy airport. Your passport is in your hand, and someone behind the counter smiles and says something in English. Would you feel confident, or would your mind suddenly go blank? Hey, English learners! Welcome back to Just English with Emily, where every conversation helps you learn real, natural English. I'm Emily.
And I'm Michael. Hi, everyone. It's great to have you with us again. Whether you're getting ready for a trip, dreaming about traveling, or simply improving your English, we're happy you're here.
Every conversation is another opportunity to improve your English naturally. One small step at a time.
Emily, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Have you ever been nervous at an airport?
Oh, absolutely. Especially when I was younger. Not because I didn't know where I was going, but because I worried about understanding English.
Really? I thought teachers never got nervous.
I wish that were true. Everyone feels nervous sometimes, especially in new situations.
I think airports can feel overwhelming. There are so many people, so many announcements, and everything seems to happen very quickly.
That's true, but here's something many learners don't realize. Most airport conversations are actually very simple. The same questions are asked every day.
Really?
Yes, once you become familiar with those common questions, travel becomes much less stressful.
You know, my first international trip was a little embarrassing.
What happened?
I had practiced English for weeks before my flight. I memorized long sentences. I learned lots of vocabulary. I thought I was completely ready.
And then?
Then the airline staff smiled and asked me one simple question: window or aisle?
Oh no.
Exactly. I understood every difficult word I'd studied, but I had no idea what window or aisle meant in that moment. I just smiled nervously.
I think many listeners are smiling right now because that's exactly the kind of thing that happens.
Sometimes it's not the difficult English that surprises us, it's the simple English.
Exactly. That's why today's conversation is so useful. We're focusing on the English you'll actually hear.
Emily, what's usually the first thing that happens at the airport?
Usually, you go to the check-in counter. That's where the airline checks your passport, your ticket, and your luggage.
So that's where many conversations begin.
Exactly. The staff member might smile and say, "Good morning," or "May I see your passport, please?"
That sounds polite and simple.
It is, and your answer can be simple too. Sure. Of course. Here you are.
I like that. I don't need long sentences, just natural ones.
Exactly. Simple English is often the best English.
Emily, what if I don't understand what the staff member says?
That's completely okay. You don't have to pretend you understand.
Really?
Of course, you can politely say, "Could you say that again, please?" Or, "Sorry, could you speak a little more slowly?"
That's good to know. I always thought asking someone to repeat was rude.
Not at all. Airport staff speak with travelers from all over the world. They're very used to repeating information.
That actually makes me feel much more confident. You know, I think many people worry about making mistakes.
I agree. But here's something important to remember. Airport staff aren't testing your English. They're simply trying to help you catch your flight.
That's a completely different way of thinking.
Exactly. The goal isn't perfect English. The goal is clear communication. If both of you understand each other, you've succeeded.
Emily, can I tell you something funny?
Of course.
Before my first flight, I imagined the airport staff asking me lots of difficult questions.
Let me guess. They didn't?
Not at all. Most of the conversation lasted less than 2 minutes.
That's usually how it goes.
Looking back, I spent much more time worrying than actually speaking.
And that's true for many situations in life. Our imagination often makes things seem much harder than they really are.
Emily, if someone has never traveled internationally before, what's the most important thing they should remember?
Stay calm, listen carefully, and don't be afraid to ask someone to repeat or explain. You don't need perfect English to travel successfully. You just need the confidence to communicate.
I really like that. It makes traveling feel much less frightening.
Exactly. And in the next part, we'll walk through some of the most common airport conversations you'll hear and show you how to answer them naturally and confidently.
Emily, before the break, you said we'd walk through some real airport conversations.
That's right. And here's the good news. Once you've heard these conversations a few times, you'll realize they're much easier than they seem.
I like the sound of that. Where should we start?
Let's start at the check-in counter. That's where almost every traveler begins.
So I walk up to the counter. What might the airline staff say?
They might smile and say, "Good afternoon. May I see your passport, please?"
And I can simply hand over my passport and say, "Sure, here you are."
Exactly. Short, polite, natural.
What comes next?
They might ask, "Do you have any bags to check?"
Check?
Good question. A checked bag is a suitcase that goes into the airplane's cargo area. It's different from the small bag you carry with you.
So if I have one suitcase, I can simply say, "Yes, I have one bag."
Exactly. Or, "No, just this backpack."
You know, before my first flight, I thought airport English would be full of difficult words.
Me too.
But now I realize it's mostly simple questions.
Exactly. The language is usually clear because airports welcome people from all over the world.
Emily, what about that famous question, window or aisle?
Ah, yes. The question that surprises so many first-time travelers.
Including me.
A window seat is next to the window. An aisle seat is next to the walkway.
So if I want to look outside, I say, "Window, please."
Exactly. Or if you want to get up more easily, you can say, "Aisle, please."
That's much easier than I expected. After check-in, where do we go?
Next comes security. That's where everyone lines up.
That's where everyone lines up.
Yes, the security officer may give very short instructions. For example, "Please place your bag on the belt." "Take your laptop out." "Walk through, please."
Those are all very simple sentences.
Exactly. And if you don't understand, just watch what other people are doing. That often helps.
That's actually a great tip. Sometimes actions explain the words.
They certainly do.
I remember being nervous the first time I went through airport security.
What made you nervous?
Honestly, everything. The trays, the scanners, the people waiting behind me. I felt like everyone was watching me.
I think almost every traveler has felt that at least once.
But then I noticed something. Nobody was paying attention to me. Everyone was busy thinking about their own trip.
That's such an important realization. Sometimes we imagine people are judging us when they're actually focused on themselves.
Emily, after security, what usually happens?
Then you go to your departure gate. That's where you'll wait for your flight.
And there are usually announcements.
Yes, you might hear something like, "Flight 218 is now boarding," or "Passengers traveling to London may now board."
Board?
To board means to get onto the airplane.
So when I hear, "now boarding," it's time to get in line.
Exactly.
You know, airport announcements used to make me panic. They sounded so fast.
That's very common. But here's something interesting.
You don't need to understand every single word. You only need to listen for the important information.
Like the flight number or the destination.
Exactly. Your gate number, your boarding group, your flight number, those are the words that matter most.
Emily, what if I accidentally miss something?
Don't worry. You can always ask an airport employee politely. Simply say, "Excuse me, where is gate 15?" Or, "Has boarding started?"
Those are easy questions to remember.
Exactly. Simple English works very well at airports.
You know, I think something has changed for me during today's conversation.
What do you mean?
I used to think traveling required advanced English. Now I realize it mostly requires calm English.
I love that expression, calm English.
Because when we're calm, we understand more and we speak clearly.
Exactly. Confidence doesn't come from knowing thousands of words. It comes from knowing the right words at the right moment.
Emily, I have a feeling there are still a few simple phrases every traveler should know before getting on a plane.
There certainly are. And next, we'll share the most useful airport expressions, review today's vocabulary, and help you feel much more confident before your next journey.
Emily, before the break, you said there are a few airport phrases every traveler should know?
That's right. And the wonderful thing is, you don't need hundreds of them. Just a handful of useful expressions can help you through almost every airport.
That already makes me feel less nervous.
Good, because confidence often begins with preparation.
So, what's the first phrase?
One of the most useful is, "Excuse me, could you help me?"
That sounds useful anywhere, not just at the airport.
Exactly. Maybe you're looking for your gate. Maybe you're trying to find the restroom. Or maybe you're simply confused. That one sentence can start almost any conversation.
I like that. It's polite, simple, and easy to remember. What if I can't hear someone clearly?
Then you can simply say, "Sorry, could you say that again, please?" Or, "Could you speak a little more slowly?"
I think many learners are afraid to say that.
They are, but remember, airport staff speak with travelers from every part of the world. They're used to repeating information. There's no need to feel embarrassed.
That's reassuring. Sometimes asking for help is actually the smartest thing to do.
Absolutely.
Emily, what if my flight is delayed?
That's another situation every traveler should be prepared for. You might hear, "Your flight has been delayed."
And if I don't know what to do?
You can ask, "What time is the new departure?" Or, "Which gate should I go to?"
Those questions are much easier than I imagined.
Exactly. Travel English is often about asking clear questions, not using difficult vocabulary.
You know, my favorite airport memory wasn't actually on the airplane.
Really? What happened?
I was looking for my gate. I was completely lost. Finally, I walked up to an airport employee and said, "Excuse me, could you help me?" She smiled, walked with me almost all the way there, and even wished me a nice trip.
That's such a lovely story.
It reminded me that most people genuinely want to help.
Exactly. Sometimes we're so worried about our English that we forget how kind people can be.
Emily, what about when we're actually on the airplane?
Most conversations are still very simple. A flight attendant might ask, "Would you like something to drink?" Or, "Tea or coffee?"
Finally, a question I know how to answer.
I had a feeling you'd enjoy that one.
I can simply say, "Coffee, please," or "Water, please."
Exactly. Polite, simple, and natural.
The more we talk about airport English, the more I realize something.
What's that?
Most conversations aren't really conversations. They're short exchanges. One question, one answer. Then you move on.
That's exactly right. Many learners imagine long discussions, but airport English is usually brief, clear, and practical.
That takes away a lot of pressure.
It really does.
Before we finish, let's review today's vocabulary.
Great idea. Our first word is check-in.
Check-in is the place where you show your passport, receive your boarding pass, and check your luggage before your flight.
Next, boarding pass.
Boarding pass is the document you use to enter the airplane. It shows your flight information and seat number.
Another useful word is gate.
Gate is the area where passengers wait before getting on the airplane.
We also learned board.
Board means to get onto the airplane. You'll often hear, now boarding.
And finally, delayed.
Delayed is if a flight will leave later than planned.
These are some of the most common words you'll hear at almost any international airport.
So, what's the biggest lesson from today's conversation?
You don't need perfect English to travel. You just need enough English to communicate with confidence.
Most airport conversations are short, friendly, and predictable.
Learn a few useful expressions, stay calm, and don't be afraid to ask for help.
That's much easier than trying to memorize hundreds of sentences.
Exactly. Travel isn't about speaking perfect English. It's about reaching your destination one conversation at a time.
Before we say goodbye, we'd love to hear from you.
Here's today's community question. Have you ever traveled by airplane? If you have, what was your biggest challenge at the airport? And if you haven't, which country would you love to visit someday?
Write your answer in English in the comments. Even 1 or 2 sentences are wonderful practice.
We love reading your stories and hearing about your travel dreams.
Your comment might even inspire another English learner to explore the world.
If today's conversation helped you, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Just English with Emily, and share it with another English learner who's preparing for their next trip.
Remember, every journey begins with one small step.
And every English conversation, no matter how short, helps you become a more confident traveler.
Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep exploring the world one conversation at a time.
Your English can take you to amazing places, so keep believing in yourself.
Every conversation brings you one step closer to speaking English with confidence.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Michael.
Thank you so much for learning with us today.
We'll see you in the next episode.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.